Awesome. I'm excited. Tonight's going to be a good night of Counter-Strike all the way from this game right through to TSM. If they played like they did last night, we're going to have an excellent series after this as well. And don't count NaVi out. If Guardian can get going like he was and their CT side stays as completely sound as they were working together last evening, obviously a little bit tougher opponent, this could be excellent as well. And like I say, they're going to start out T, but it's all up to Fnatic to get the start that they need.
Yeah, so underway we are. Fnatic going with just a floater. They're willing to stack a little bit more heavily over to A, but Zeus pushing aggressively. Love to see. In fact, he's going to already bring down Olaf. So top of Banana is open. Flusher with a quick rotation. He's already over at CT spawn. No more helps coming his way. But he's able to bring down Edward. And now, well, where's that rotator? It's not coming. Flamey with a little bit of noise to be made down at the bottom of the apartments is capable of just at least keeping some of these Fnatic defenders there. In fact, going to bring down JW sitting inside of window. But NaVi still not forcing the issue. The bomb is still back in mid. And the Fnatic defense is holding tight. 2A, 1B. But the bomb and the remaining 4 players from NaVi are headed up to top of Banana. And here they come. The smoke to give the cover. All he can do is just try and spray through the smoke a little bit. That bomb plant's going to go down. It's up to Fnatic for the retake. One through Banana. The other one's coming back up through CT spawn.
Flush is trying to come in through construction, but look how many players are directly in his crosshair. He can't even find the first one to open up an opportunity and make it even easier for him. So it's going to look like this is going to go the way of NaVi as well. And then we'll see exactly how Fnatic want to play this, because as I mentioned, it's been this second round that's been detrimental to them over the last 2 evenings. Crims goes down 1-0 NaVi. And their choice? No scouts so far. Perfect. I like this. I want to see them adapt and not make those same mistakes.
They're still spending all their money, though. That's still CZs as well as armor, the whole shebang. They've only got a couple of hundred behind them. So they have to play the nice tight corners up against NaVi. And that's what they're doing. 2 already very aggressively up towards the sandbags on B. They use the smoke as their cover fire. And the other 2 holding up at the top of Banana. There is another one over a little bit to the side of Cubby. Sees that now, he might do some nice work. Takes Olaf down by 41. And so far, no holes being punched. In fact, just a little bit of life trait, that's all.
Passive play at B and an early rotation out of the site right now, as Crims is also fading off of it. But they've stacked up 2 on Speedway towards CT, so they're waiting for this call. They don't have enough information, but they want to be in position to rotate fast and play for a retake on either site. Smokes are going to go over to Banana and in toward the B. That's going to give them a bit of an indication, so 1 counter smoke out already to slow them down. A lot of time gone considering it's guns versus pistols. NaVi's a little bit timid. They don't want to give up anything here. They don't want to especially be ecoed, but they also don't want to give up guns that are preventable, so they want to be efficient in this round. JW wants to get aggressive.
Unfortunately, he's going to get snapped back. The smoke just disappeared, and Zeus and Edward, they're able to get all the way through B. At least Pronak's able to shut down Edward, who was pushing up through mid. We're in a 3-on-2 situation. This was a little bit of a buy-up in the pistol round for Fnatic. And with Pronax on submachine gun, he's going to favor the pistol instead. Needs that pick on top for Nard to have any chance of getting in there, and he's not going to take it. So the newest member of NaVi, Flamey, able to wrap up the round, and NaVi will go 2-0. And that money for Fnatic is still not looking great. They've got to go for a full eco this time around. Not a single bit of money spent. No cash. No cash out the window.
And again, I guess in some regard, it's actually not a bad reason. Although this is obviously Fnatic's choice of map, it's not so bad that Navi's playing it, because from Flamey's regard, he's a great Inferno player. In fact, he seems to fit in with the team a lot better by default on this map compared to Dust 2, where he was a little bit flat, never really found his feet in his position. Oh, early peak. So that'll give them information, but he may not make it around the corner. He just does.
How's Flusher on the run? JW realizing that push is coming up through mid. Takes out 1. Can't get the second. He's trying to peek. Those 3 T players already pushing up through the mid. As Emil puts that Mag 10 to use. So he's still watching that flank from the CT. So Olaf, no joy to come from behind. And the last remaining player, Crims. We're on board with him now, coming in through the archers. But his life is very, very short. But it was a pistol round from Fnatic. So this will be their first buy round, the first major test of NaVi. But they've had such a great start. They're already up to get that AWP on the Guardian. He was our big fragger in that game up against Flipside. Can he repeat the same up against Fnatic?
They're off to the right start so far. He's only got 1 kill to work with, but again, early on, he now just has the weapon, like you say. Question is, how does Fnatic go against it? They're going to stack up on B. There's the first Guardian. Make it 2. Easy picks for him. C's going to take down JW before he can even retreat beyond the cover of the corner. And now it's an easy push toward B. Why would you not? You know you've got 3. The other 2 have to be an A.
This is a disastrous round for Fnatic. And Guardian's going to pick up his 3rd frag of the round. He would love to get the 4th. The plant will go down on top of the barbecue. And all Flusher can do is just hide behind the bags, try and use the smoke to his advantage. Cops a nade to the knees. But not really hurting that much. Must have brought his padding along. He does bring down Zeus. The pillar shall be his friend. The AWP from Guardian off target. He's still just sitting inside the smoke. The nade's trying to flush him out. The Flusher holds strong. But he has been completely pinned. He's up on top of the awning. So he's going to see some feet as the drop down will come. Flush made to claim a couple here, but he isn't going to finish the job. It is still costly for NaVi. Are they getting Guardian's AWP? Yeah, they do. They did manage to save Guardian's AWP at the end of the day. But this opening, you try and push 3 down Banana when you bought your first buy round with a 4M4, the 5 M4s, and Guardian's AWP goes to work.
Yep, so 4 early. Again, the trend continues so far. A bit of a slow start. That's your first gun. Fnatic need to come out of the gate with a little more prowess, a little more calculation. They did go for that 3B push, and again, without an AWP, I don't blame them. It gives them early map control. They had the spawns to do it, but Guardian tore them apart. And now they're back to pistols. 1 chicken down. Crim's added to his tally.
I wonder if you can ever get a stat track for chicken kills.
I think Valve needs to make it. As we see some exchange going on. Pronax, gets him on the way out, so Zeus goes down. But I think Valve needs to make it like in real life. If you cut off a chicken's head, they run around 4 times before they die. I think they need to add that realism.
That's going to cause a lot of trouble with censors. CSGO, a kid's game, where you can directly kill people as opposed to killing chickens, because that's just not allowed. Alright, so Fnatic, they're feeling the pressure's coming to A. They've just pulled both players off B as NaVi are pulling over. As you can see, the 3 players straight back out through mid. Pronax isn't looking for an Olaf and Crims. They're both coming back. Cease is hearing them running. He's going to look for the initial frag. He gets 1. Can't get the second, though. But this now means there should be an AK into the hands of Fnatic. In fact, yes, it will be Crims the man to pick it up. The smoke's giving the cover, so NaVi have managed to go onto the side and get the plant down. Again, they're using the grill. Guardian asking his teammate to go over to the side so he can use that AWP in a better angle. I've looked down a CT spawn as well as the longest angle over to construction. But Crims doesn't want to come out. They're looking for, well, I'd say they're looking for exit frags at the moment. They don't want to lose that AK. Potentially, you could go for the defuse. Now, Guardian's going to see Crims trying to poke. And Edward and Flamey, they mop up the rest. Flusher and Pronax to drop. And NaVi, 5-0. And again, I know I was jokingly saying this as we're walking over to the studio tonight. The Fnatic really struggle with their first map. In these first 6 to 7 rounds, things just go wrong time and time again, and then they build up their steam after that.
Yeah, and it's been Inferno that's been an issue 2 of the 3 times. So they're going to have to work on that. It's worthy to note. It really is. And I know it's online. It's got a different sort of mentality, different pressures. You don't have, tight confined spaces, different desks to work on. Maybe that's playing to Navi's advantage right now, but and maybe Fnatic's not as into it. But Olaf's going to come back. There's 1. But you're dead right. They got to get this start. Finally, they have a man advantage to work with.
I was also almost about to praise NaVi for being very, very patient, realizing the Fnatic, this is that 6th round, so it is going to be their big buy round with those double AWPs we've talked about time and time again with Fnatic. It's so difficult to try and go up against them with this because your choke points are just covered so tightly. And there's the push out Guardian. And now I'm feeling like he's really proving himself. Flipside wasn't as much, but this one works.
Edward timed that flash. He saw it come above him. It didn't blind him, so he took the opportunity. But Olaf's got 3. Back on the rotation. Well played by him.
Oh, he's so good.
So they've still got 1 AWP up. And like you say, Fnatic's so strong when they've got 2. And this is a very, very important round where they've invested. Sure, you've got the money bonus, but 2 AWPs in, you're going to be forcing out Famosas in their place next round.
I like how too Olaf drops the AWP because he realized they're going to play in close on him. So looks around the corner. However, Guardian still on the money. Knows how to bring down Olaf. Found the third CT in there. So Pronex will go down, and Krim's the last man left standing in a 2-on-1 situation. He's going to be really strapped for time, having to walk all the way down Banana. And there's no way he can save either of these orbs unless he gets up onto the site. And right now, I think he's also looking for the round win. With Guardian hitting his mark, it's going to be a real difficult ask. One on the site, Guardian down inside the pit, so at least Krims has that bit of information. The flashbang coming over from library side, so he does have a second bit of information. No, he's just saving the AWP. He came up, he had to get somewhere near the site. There's not enough time to get the kills as well as the defuse, so just save the weapon for next round.
So they'll get the full money bonus again this round. And it was a case of anything you can do, I can do better. Olaf got 3 kills in the round. Guardian went right back. The 2 players we said we had to watch tonight. Unfortunately, it was Guardian who got them in the latter half of the round, which gave them the advantage they needed. And that was the play from Edward, the initial one, but here's the response. Good rotation. He got there just in time.
Olaf really having a superb game already. The problem is it's just not enough. The rest of his team aren't hitting their marks, or they're getting hit by the marks made by those bullets. Guardian. So Zeus, entry frag of time. We'll see if he can get up. The Molotov flies out, so they know someone's in close. He's forced out of the palm. Zeus trying to give the cover fire required to get him out of there. Revealing his position and showing the fact there are 2 over on the Banana. And Krims isn't giving up on this. He jumps up on the car. He's trying to look down again. He's able to at least find Guardian. Over the top of the smoke. He didn't have vision. He was just having a guesstimation.
But Fnatic's so good at that. They do that so often. It's an easy angle. They know exactly where to aim. See JW do it with the op commonly, so Krims takes it that time. Good kill. Sees, though, right back into Olaf. And that gives the advantage back, or does it? Flush is not going to have any of it. He's already got 2 popping out from Cubby, excuse me. And oh, Zeus, though, through the smoke. JW hyper-focused down the bottom of Banana. Didn't realize he'd snuck up beside him, so he's going to try and get in, and he actually finds Krims. It's down to 2-on-2.
The time is really bad, though. If that mid player, the mid fight's the one we're looking at, Flamey, he does get the kill.
He's got to run, though. Bombs all the way back at stairs, so it's still going to split the defender up. In fact,
23
that takes
seconds.
it back.
Where's the run? Right now, Flusher thinks he's moved over the B. We're going to go into our person-on-person perspective. The plan from Flamey. He's wanting to check the site. Flusher going to switch over to the M4. And where's the initial frag? He's looking sort of in the right area, but sort of isn't good enough. Flamey able to hold the round for NaVi, and that was the closest Fnatic got to winning a round so far.
And this is going to get frustrating at this point. At the start, you're Fnatic, you stay composed. It's not a huge deal. Now you get down 7, and you have 2 rounds that you've actually had man advantages in. The first with the Olaf 3K, and then this last one that we just saw, which Zeus came back and made the play to give the lead back to NaVi. They aren't holding. They aren't sustaining the control they're finding. They aren't winning after getting these picks. They're forcing themselves out into fights they shouldn't be taking, and unfortunately, NaVi's hitting the shots tonight, so
look at the aggressive
it's going to be tough for them.
That aggressive side push. They're over inside the CT apartments right now. I think he's down that far. Well, the rest of NaVi are ready to come up through mid. Flamey's looking for... Okay, he's not down. I thought he was. He must be up. He's up in bedroom.
There's a player above him in bedroom, yep.
Yeah.
And that's JW, who's got the Mag 7. So he wants to play it up close. He's just falling off it now because they haven't shown up. He actually smokes his way out. That gives away that he was close. So Flamey checks Boiler, but he's going to find out quickly no one's there. Meanwhile, the rest of them have already found a way up the top of mid.
They still have to get all the way up with one holding over at Archers. Fnatic have a fairly tight defense here. Alright, so finally that movement is going to come up from Flamey into the apartments right in front of JW. Inching around the corner. Who has the audacity to peek first? And they're both going to peek at the same time. JW will win the gun battle. Means he gets a nicer weapon, comes out and puts it to work. Man. Literally killing his teammates, NaVi's teammates, with a gun pried from his cold, dead fingers. Poor Flamey. But, yeah, first round of Fnatic. Much needed. JW needed to go huge. But a tight defense this time from Fnatic. They held all their sides.
Really well done by JW. He was up close in bedroom. By falling back, he was able to support his teammates more. Stayed patient. Got that shot with the Mag 7. Barely lost any health for it. AK picked up. Another 2 kills. Round 1. That's, I mean, you're going to need individual plays at this point. You're down 7-0. You need someone to step up and win you around, and JW just did that for them.
One of how many? NaVi still have a huge amount of money. Guardians looking for this pick shot up through mid.
Double mid stack on Atrium as well, and one on the Cubby side, on Arch side. So they've got a full crossfire set for that. That gives up apartments a bit, but they'll be able to play it from the reverse angle as long as they can control mid in the same push. Fortunately, NaVi has no one there at this point, so it won't be a concern.
Are they coming back? That bomb is moving back closer towards mid. Well, she just threw it away. And in they come. Flusher and Edward and JW going to go down. There's only 2 players left alive for Fnatic, and they were the 2 B defenders. So for NaVi, they do lose 2 players in that push, but with the plant down and Fnatic having to retake onto the site, the smoke is giving a pretty good cover. There's a small crevice where the orb of Guardian can look through. Olof's able to open up the account, and so is Crims again through this smoke. Still got 16 bullets left inside the clip. Olof knows where he is, trying to beat him down, and they get the perfect crossfire. The retake will be there. The orb save as well. And Fnatic are now starting to chain their rounds together. The second round going their way. I'm not saying it's wonderful, and they're looking fantastic on CT side, but it's a lot better than being down 9 rounds to 0.
No, I mean, 7's already a lot to give up. You're asking a lot of yourself to come back, especially where I said NaVi's CT side has been so strong, and Guardian's already looking good. He's at 8 kills. He's not the highest on the team. Flamey and Zeus hold that claim right now. But when he's on, it makes it even harder to penetrate through, especially where he's willing to play both A and B, depending on spawn, depending on the calls required to get that map control. And JW, though, here's this hybrid op from him, getting into an unorthodox position and wants to take the fight up close.
Yeah, the other time they bought the AWP was in the hands of Olof, and they're watching down the B site, but JW's trying to hold back, very small corner. So you'll get the kill on Flamey. Feels like they might just come down through Boiler, which is exactly right. There goes your Molotov, and that's going to stop him. Having to retreat back up again. Flush knows he got a little bit more cover. A little bit of a fishing nade. C's dropping very low to 21 HP. But they have to keep their eyes over on apartments. Fnatic. NaVi don't fully have it. They're still only stuck around that window boiler area. They're doing everything they can to keep NaVi back. Make them waste time, so then they got to try and push in and enter the side under pressure. With Pronax, he actually leans to the side. I was going to say almost at the wrong time, but it turned out to be the right time. They save the AWP. It's still a 5-on-3 and 30 seconds on the clock. NaVi, you have to go now or never. And the answer, it's going to be never. They're moving back. They're going to save their weapons.
So the AWP proceeds. That's an important one. But here you go, 3 rounds, they reset the money bonus, they get that successive round, and now NaVi's the one that's in a situation where they can't play out this round. So Fnatic's found themselves a way back in, potentially to 4 rounds if they don't get ecoed. And that's good. Couldn't have come at a better time. 7 rounds already given up. Still not out of the woods for NaVi by any stretch of imagination. This is still Fnatic. It's still Inferno for them. This game's going to be fought well into double digits for both teams. They're
doing a hell of a lot better than I think a lot of people would be expecting for NaVi, especially like when we saw all the bets, like the CSGO Lounge guys put 15% over on NaVi. Like, little to no confidence. The Fnatic brand carrying hefty weight. But this NaVi lineup is playing really good CS. It's tight, it's focused, and it's not stupid. Which is what I was hoping for tonight. And, well, there's already a bit of a battle. JW dropping very low. They're going to lose him over on apartments. Zeus is here as well to bring down Pronax. Another one moving up through Boiler, and that's going to be Flusher. In a bit of a battle with Edward. He's not going to come out on top, and there's only 2 CTs left. They're moving as quick as they possibly can, but Guardian also very quick to watch over towards the library. Looks back towards mid, takes out Olof. And that just leaves Crims, the last man left standing. That nade needs to do a little bit more work for him if he was going to have a chance. He's about to get flanked up by Seized. Flashes, he's out of there. Save the M4, save also the Molotov smoke, nades, defuse kit, armor, the whole shebang. Hold on to it for as long as possible.
So that 3-gun save, look at how much that did for them, because like I said, I called it eco. That was a mistake on my part, my apologies. Obviously they would have had those 3 weapons, so they forced that around them. And now they answer Fnatic and stop this before it gets too far back the other way. Great play into A. No answer at all. Crims was your B player, as always. Didn't rotate out, didn't even bother.
Yeah. Well, he came over, he had a look, and then just thought that this whole situation was futile. So let it go. Well, buyout from Fnatic. They do have that AWP again. It's in the hands of JW. Been very defensive with it so far, only watching from apartments. Olaf was probably the more aggressive player with that AWP, looking down through Banana. JW looks like he's actually in the position for the mid pick. It's the same time as NaVi, more heavily committing towards the Banana. They do still have 2 players looking to contest over at apartments, but that's just playing the numbers game. There's Guardian. Someone going to peek for him. Look around the corner. There's the first peek. Guardian taking a large amount of damage for no real reward. Edward bumping into his teammate. Trying to escape that grenade until Pronax will bring him down from the right flank side. Spraying through that smoke again. Flamey doesn't want to shoot, doesn't want to reveal his position. Especially when the rest of the T's are coming up through mid. Interesting flash. Not quite sure what that was meant to achieve.
JW's going to readjust, though. He's got support from the Arch right now. So, oh, one more step. Yeah, easy kill. Guardian down. That's a big one. Flusha, there it is. There's your support player in that position. Pops out. Second kill. Make it a third. Headshot onto Seized, and Flusha's looking great with his aim tonight. Easy for Pronax on Zeus.
I don't know if Flusha heard the smoke nade in flight or not, but he peeked out the perfect time with the gun down, as well as that NaVi player just leaning around the corner to throw the smoke out.
It was timing as well. I mean, you saw JW get that first pick. It's obvious that if they're that far up to go to the second player, he's got the tighter angle. He's going to peek out to address and see if there's a secondary entry as well. There was, and then he just staggers it out and goes for the peek. It was just timing in that case.
Well, Olaf going to try and keep him out of Banana, throwing down a deep nade. This is, of course, the pistol round from NaVi. A couple of flashes and smokes, and their commitment does look like it's going to come up through Banana. So these 2 B defenders, work cut out for him. Another smoke, giving Crims something fairly well in the open. Not much of a cover there. He gets the spray into Zeus through the smoke. Zeus did reveal his position by firing that pistol off, and here comes that next smoke. And they're really just choke pointing them up atop Banana. While JW is worried about that push coming up through mid. Nades, AWP spam. Oh, he's about to go. We should go back to him right now. Ah, no, he backed up. He backed up. The T's are backing up. We'll stick with Olaf. As they're looking in, there goes your fire. The Molotov forced into Olaf. He stands inside the fire. He will go down to the pistol of Guardian.
Actually,
as Crims has to battle it out. There's 2 of them there. The fire not reached it.
It did not reach, but Crims, great play on the fallback. So JW closes it out. They shut them down entirely in Banana. So now they've got it down to 3 rounds, the difference, but still NaVi's already secured the half. They've still got money to get Guardian back into an AWP right away.
What happens when you run out of bullets in that 20 bullet clip? Get yourself into the other gun which has even less bullets. But it still worked for him. So Fnatic 5-8. Still see that AWP. Look at Olaf. So this is where that aggressive AWP's going to come this time around. They are running the doubles. And Pronax so quickly down to bench. Cutting off NaVi as they tried to take out the top. And look who's going all Burrow style. He's gone underneath. In fact, they're going to send 2 down there. Olaf as well. JW knows this one over at apartments. Crims to take 1. JW take the other. And that's going to wrap it up. A flawless round from Fnatic. And it seems to be the case. They just take... I almost want to have a quote from last night when I said this, that I thought that all of our series would go to 3, especially the NaVi one, primarily because Fnatic seems to be absolutely horrendous on map number 1 in the first part of the first half. And they're going to be completely awake when they reach TSM now. So it's almost an advantage that Fnatic are playing this, because if they'd played like this up against TSM, they would probably be 1 map down.
It's an interesting point to look at, but this isn't a trend that's too common. It's just been as of late. Edward, nice Wandig. That's Flusha down at benches, and he thought he was so clever by getting that mid-control. JW with the Tech 9 responding, though. Edward drops, Seized, goes back into Olaf, and it's 1 man up.
Wow.
Make it a flat 3s here as JW finds Flamey.
It's just the Tech 9 rush up there. JW still got to be careful. With only 7 HP, he's got to stick in a very defensive position. I say that. Just throws the nade out, kills off Seized, and screw defensive position. He's walking inside the smoke. And the Boiler looking up the window and then a point blank onto Zeus. That's a 4-for. If they can reveal where Guardian is, maybe you can claim the ace, but Guardian's a long way away. Up the top of Banana, and about to walk into that CT defender. Crimson throw out the extra smoke, and he's going to walk straight through it, and that's going to give Crimson the advantage. So 8-7, the first half is over, and Fnatic, after a very rough start, have quite an acceptable scoreline at the end of the first half.
Again, it's just the start, too, because it was 7-0. We ended 8-7, so they actually went back 7-1 in return. It's just too bad. I mean, either getting a pistol would be nice for a change on Inferno. They haven't done that in a while on CT. But even just that first gun round where they get a little bit caught out on that rotation. And there was 2 close rounds. Again, Zeus brought them back into one when he went inside the B site, got those 2 entry kills, and Guardian, the Olaf Guardian round where Guardian picked up 3 after Olaf had already done the same. And those 2 rounds for Fnatic, I mean, they took a couple fights they shouldn't have. JW popped out from Cubby in one of those cases and went down immediately, so didn't work out, but we're back into halftime number 2, and first nade's already out, first damage already dealt. Zeus, though, gets the worst of it. Nice dome onto him.
And you could just see the camera angle even just kick back as the bullet just takes out. I don't know if it was a shoulder blade or not, but either way, not a healthy man, Zeus. While Olaf, there's that direct 9 going to work. There's Flame US do the bigger work. Takes that first one. Flusher directly to the head. The rest of Fnatic know he's there. But they're not happy to push into the smoke. They're already assuming there'll be some players rotating over. But they're getting flanked. There's one at the bottom of Banana. While Olaf does go down on the A site, which means they do have no choice now. They have to go into B. They're being watched from too many angles. Trying to pound in. Zeus revealing his position. They go for the crossfire. Remember to watch down the bottom of Banana. That's where Edward is. And he's going to at least take out Crims. So 2 players left alive for Fnatic. They want to catch up to Crims before he can get out of here. Sitting on the park bench. And they do take him out. And then a switch back over to B. Or maybe not. Pronex has taken the bomb. He's already up on the A site. Look towards the graveyard. That's where the bodies hit the floor. And he can't get it to hit the floor just yet. 1 HP is all he's got left. Guardian with 19. Can he still do it over the top? No! It will be JW to come on. 12 HP. He goes down.
Look how much time he bought. Look how much time he bought. So by staying alive that long, by robbing the cradle, he just goes back and forth. Couldn't get 6 feet under, and Flamey comes around with 2 on the rotation because of it. That's just efficient play. We talked about how tight that angle is to get out of.
Yeah.
It's also tight to get a shot into, apparently, because they could not hit him at all.
Well, it's funny because they didn't think they could come in close because the spray, when you got 1 HP, you're not thinking, well, I can just walk in and my life points will do the rest. It's not that.
So 2 pistol rounds now to NaVi, and you got to say, if you win 2 pistols and lose the match, then unfortunately you've got adjustments to be made. I've said that night and night again. So we'll see if NaVi can sustain this. They were great on CT last night.
They were. Fnatic playing the patient game now. The bomb is looking to come to A. It's not just floating around the mid. It is sitting on the ground outside the window. But Olaf and Crims want to be more successful up in the apartments before they come in. The apartments has been given to them. NaVi doesn't want to try and contest that. So they leave 1 arch. 1 down just outside the apartment balcony and the other one over in graveyard. With 2 players holding on B. Pronax starts making a little bit of noise. And they do have the... there's still 1 just hovering on highway. Going where he's needed. And he will be needed on A. And he's already moving back now into the library. So it will be a 3-man defense from NaVi on A. It's be his job to watch that arch side. For Fnatic, they're coming in truck side. Zeus can have some work for him. Down inside that pit. Crim's already opened up the account. He takes out 1. Looking for the second. He's going to claim him. And Zeus switches to pistol. He's out of bullets inside that Famus, but the damage is done. Flusher to 4 HP. Zeus will finish the job. And NaVi, 10 rounds to 7 on CT side. Fnatic.
Good hat trick by Zeus. I want to point out something right here in this replay. He spammed a lot of bullets right side, but he still had the awareness enough to go back and check apartments before his clip emptied. If he hadn't done that, that was a hard shot with the pistol, and as a result, stays alive, picks up this 3rd one at the end. So good play by him. Good heads-up play to realize that it was careless to get rid of all of his ammo when he still had another player already holding that position. His duty is apartment. He did his job.
Yep. And because of that, NaVi find themselves in a great position, 10-7. It's not over yet. The slow push up by Fnatic. They all try to come up through second mid, but Edwin just spraying out. It's not enough to finish up the entire entire Fnatic lineup. But when the support arrives, it is a 5-0 round for them, a.k.a. they don't lose a single player taking all of Fnatic out. The Fnatic now go into their buy round, and this is their critical moment. If they're going to have any chance of trying to drag this back, either they pull off the impossible, or they win this round now. And where's that ult from Guardian going? So, 2 to watch the top of mid.
He's going to go to Banana with it.
Yep.
They're going for this 3-play. Like I said, they've done so many times, so they'll look for an early fight. Oh, but they're going to lose 2 men already. JW finds a good pick, so early fight and fall was the call, but they've got to fall fast because A's wide open.
Completely open. All they got to do is now hold the Archer's side. Flush is watching for the rotation to come up through Banana. Zeus was able to get himself to Archers, and he's holding back Fnatic for now. He cannot hold him back for long, though. But he bought enough time for... Okay, it's Seized who's sitting inside of Archers. Flamey who takes out JW up on top of mid. And they're able to get in. 2-on-2 situation. These are better odds. That nade's going to do some work, though. Yeah, it's Seized. Dropping by 34 HP. Flamey using his nades as well to try and clear out. But both of these Fnatic players holding from inside of pit. They're almost sitting on top of each other. That bomb on the exposed sides of the pit. Flamey's using that crevice. He's going to find one. Pronax down, in for the reload. I think he's just got to go YOLO. Starts the defuse. He's looking up to Apartments. He's not expecting the second one to be down inside the pit. And because of that, Fnatic are able to get that round up. It's costly. They only had 1 AK left at the end of it.
Double stack
round.
No, you catch people off all the time. It was actually a play that was becoming more and more common about 6 months ago. People started to get away from it. It became a little too trendy. Someone had to break it. Someone had to, be aware of it. Now it's coming back into play, and we see it used well there. That's your first gun round. So Fnatic came into this at the best possible time, because otherwise you're looking at 13-7 before they can get one on the board. Potentially, of course, we talk about Tech-9s and Fnatic, but in theory.
I'm enjoying how aggressive NaVi is playing up Banana. They want to make sure that Fnatic feel pressured to make a move. You're the ones with the round advantages. And you do not want Fnatic just having the top of Banana time and time again, so then they can set up for that entry into B. So they keep Fnatic looking behind themselves. And you're seeing the way Fnatic are. They're basically in this arc. They can fight NaVi on all sides. But NaVi are holding back. They've actually pulled their players off the lower part of Banana. And in fact, there's your rotation already coming in. We're on board with Seized as he's coming in. The flashes from Guardian. It's almost the perfect timing as well. Double blind on the breaching players. And this will allow Seized to get himself a double kill. Crim starts to get a little bit of collateral. At the same time, Edward and Seized, they mop up the rest, and Fnatic. That was just really well read from NaVi. They were in position and ready to defend.
Everyone's contributing right now for NaVi. Obviously, Seized is a little behind, but there's his round. Edward's been kind of quiet, actually. Edward's been the one that we haven't really talked about, but look at him. He's still being efficient. 16 for him, rather. So when all guns are firing, NaVi's a scary team. And again, Flamey on Inferno looks comfortable. So it's going to be interesting to see how he plays on the next 2 maps of the night. We'll keep an eye on that because he's obviously got a natural ability here.
I thought it was going to be full aggro time. As they saw 3 players going over, Guardian will be aggressive into the face of Olaf. JW was able to pick up that AK from the hands of Edward. That's one upside. Seized. Pistol. Has to battle up against Flusher. He's going to finish the job. Sits on top of the pot and fertilizes it with the remains of Flusher. That's going to be a quick round for NaVi. Losing only 1 player. They still hold 3 of the M4s. Actually switching out one of those for the AK.
And there goes that SMG. So Guardian's going to pick up the up, or is he? He's got delay in it, so it's going to go back live right now. I was confused by that too, I will say, because they're saying
wording-wise, it's
quick
so confusing.
break in our ear, and I'm thinking, all right, we're going to get a quick break. And then they say, no, it's just for the server.
Obviously, we didn't sell enough hoodies from the esports shop. So
it's okay. It's okay, guys.
Wonderful.
We're going to be okay.
Wonderful. All right, so we're going. The rounds remain the same. So NaVi, 13 rounds to 9. And we do have our buys up and running. And where's Fnatic? This time Olaf very aggressively pushing up to Banana. He's got to watch from the top because Guardian's already up there. That was a spot that JW was able to hold previously with the AWP. And they know he's still there. The spam comes in and Guardian's lost the AWP for them. But Flamey, how far down he is in this Archers on Banana. It means NaVi can push that second defender off B and over to A. But if Flamey drops, they're into a leg race. The 100-meter sprint to get to B first. And while that smoke is up, they feel confident.
It would be a fight that would occur immediately on entry, too. So if they smoke off CT, they would get a quick plant out of it easily. And they're coming. Flamey's pushed back, so this gives him a bit more time, but that flash comes out. He's just going to spray away. He won't get two. He only gets the one on Pronax. That slows them enough, though, and it lets Zeus come. There's that smoke I'm talking about, though. So he doesn't want to enter because he'll be alone, and they should push right across to get this bomb plant, but the carrier gets nailed down to 1 HP. That's JW.
That's okay for him. All he's got to do is just back up as far into the side as possible because they copped the nade from Zeus as well as they came in, which slowed their push, which, hilarious enough, meant they missed the first part of his spray through the smoke. So Fnatic need to hold this site now. Flamey's watching for the flanker, but both of the NaVi players are coming through CT spawn, and they're backing out. They're looking for the exit frags more than anything else, but they're not coming for the defuse. They'll let it go. There's already the feet being hurt. And I think Crims, did he see him? He almost... JW had 1 HP, 1 bullet, had to connect any part of his body.
He still won't make it away. Yeah, they're going to drop that. Yeah, he's down. So he threw it away quickly, so Crims already has it. They'll keep that for next round, but Fnatic pick up double digits. I said we were going to go deep into this game. It's still NaVi's driving seat, though. They've still got guns out. Seized won't be able to work with much. Okay, so they dropped him over an M4, but this is their last buy round. If they don't win this, we look at a tie game potentially. Yeah,
going to overtime, because we don't just draw up any games here. We go to the overtime. We play... a 10-round overtime, 5-a-side.
We wouldn't be there just yet because they will be able to get out money afterwards, but we will be looking at least 13-12 and still a broken economy. They'll have 3 rounds of bonus, but Flamey's not going to let it happen. He's already got flush it down.
He just saw the bomb too.
And they'll smoke it. So that'll allow him to stay deep in Banana and limit Fnatic's options. Luckily, they are taking apartments to counter it.
Yeah. Olaf going for that pre-fire, the same spot where Guardian was sitting before, but he's backed out a little bit further this time around. So he's not going to find the opening there. The bomb is back in the hands of Fnatic and being pulled away from Banana. In fact, are they moving up? Yeah, they've got 3 players from Fnatic coming up through Banana, leaving Olaf as that floater in mid to stop any of the rotations coming up through Banana. But they don't find anyone at the top of Banana, so they don't get the initial hit. And pushing 3 players into Banana when I suppose you still got a fair amount of smokes. We've got NaVi asking for a pause once again. So we'll be paused at the end of this round. But Fnatic's running out of time. 30 seconds on the clock. They are going to commit to the B site. There's no other choice right now. Guardian watching the Archer side. The Molotovs did come in, try and slow him down.
Chicken dies in the fire.
I'll have it roasted. The Guardian, you might have heard that one. JW opens it up. Sees to go down. There's still 1 inside the site. It's going to be Flamey. He stops the bomb from being planted. The time is against him. 6 seconds on the clock. They're actually out of time now. They have to go for the frags, but it's impossible. JW, they can at least save the AWP in the hands of Olaf. But very smart play. Double AWPs, in fact, coming in for Fnatic. Actually, no, he switched at the last moment for the AK. Whatever you've got, you just go ham. And rush up Banana, rush up mid. You do one of these things. If you're going to go up mid, you probably split it up through apartments, and that's it. So you go quick on A, you go quick on B, and NaVi would almost be in a guessing situation. It'll also be a big decision from them if they can get the AKs into their hands, where they could defend with something stronger than the FAMAS. But we're up, we're running. So let's get it underway. Round number 25 after our half-an-hour pause. We are ready to rock and rumble. This time, does JW get that first frag in mid? He's not going to get the opportunity. Guardian would hold back, Flamey as well as Seized. They're playing the aggressive position up on Banana with the smoke. But they're already now. Fnatic, Crims opens up, and they're into apartments. Edwards having to fall back to the balcony area just because of how aggressively Fnatic took that position. JW also took a little bit of damage at the start of that round.
They've got to be so careful here because they've at least got to smoke out bottom Banana for Flamey to play off of. This funnels JW up, but C's wants to go and he's going to get smoked. Oh, that flash went back to JW, but look at that swarm from behind. I didn't even think he was going to get the first kill.
Nicely read from Crims. He held back as he realized that someone was still going to be there on the apartment side of mid. Now they realize there's another one. Edward through the smoke, taking out a second one, bringing Flusher down. Still a high amount of armor, but not as much HP. But will not stop Pronax. He'll go for the plant. We're on a 2-on-2 situation. The Molotov keeping them out. at least of the mid attack, but Edward's moving a long way up through apartments. Flamey, Crims will take him down, and now Edward just realizes, save the gun, and Fnatic get the critical round required. This will put him up at 11-14, and Pronax is on the hunt. Is he going to check the corner? Edward pre-fires it. He won't get to save the weapon, and that means Fnatic looking good. 11-14, and we'll see NaVi. How much do they want to buy in this round? There's not a lot to play with.
So this actually is looking good.
It's a full eco. Like, Guardian's the only one that bought something.
Again, I said it was going to... It has to be. They've got to get that 15th round. At this point, just get it. Get that deep breath out, because if you don't even get to 15, you don't have another chance. At least there, they've got some... You know, okay, if it goes to overtime, they can still play for it. They got to give themselves a chance to get there, so that's why they're fully saving. They're going to throw that Hail Mary.
That flashbang working perfectly. Pronax is asking his teammate to move to the right. It's Crims, who was the one more aggressively up. With a nade, just trying to float it over the top. He knows there's one guy behind Car, and they'll give Crims 3 for the round so far. One more over on the sandbags. So I take it back. He's already down. Ed was the last one left alive over in apartments on A. Fnatic. Oh, this isn't really the confident Fnatic you're looking at. Pronax will be the man to move up. I think they realized that the last player was the A floater. So Olaf will stick behind. Oh, wait, he can't reach the weapon. He's looking for the bigger gun outside the map.
They are trying to get up and get it.
It's too far away.
That nade bounced it away. Yeah, good play, good play. This will bounce it back in. Where'd it go? Gets to the fence. Hit the E button. Come on, I believe in you, Olaf.
He's got it. If he can stay alive. And there he is. They used the AK. It wasn't the one they grabbed. It was JW that got it. That already had an AK. So Fnatic.
They could have waited a little bit longer. That bomb went down just before time expired, so they'll get nothing for it. Just the player who planted it, but they do get that AK. That was rather comical to watch. Snacks had a play like that actually on Mirage once, where he used the op. He threw the op away, didn't want anyone to get it, and then he went, wait, I kind of want that. But he threw it out of the map, so he used a nade to bring it back to him. I can only imagine their comms were rather hysterical at that moment.
It's like, why? Why? Why is the world so unfair to us? All right, so Fnatic. It's another pistol round here from NaVi. They do have a couple of upgraded pistols, including that CZ over on Edward. I want to see how Edward and Zeus do in apartments, because Crims is already moving in. So is Olaf.
Siege is back on A, so there's going to be 4 there if they get this right.
Look at Edward's corner. Just inside from the balcony area. You're all right. C's over on the Archer's side. He's not quite sure where they're coming. In fact, he's moving back over to CT spawn. Hovering around the highway.
But no, he fell back just to throw the smoke. So he just threw a smoke out to help out Flamey and Banana.
All right. Well, the breach is coming. And maybe Guardian. Well, he's going to get Crims. And Olaf's already dropped, so we're in a 3-on-4 situation. Remember, this is the pistol round. Zeus, as well as Guardian, have got AKs because of these early frags. And Zeus trying to use that corner inside the boxes. The Molotov's also keeping Fnatic out, and Guardian going big inside the pit, looking for that next one. The nade's going to come down. I'm surprised that doesn't do more damage when it hits him straight in the face. But JW needs to win this gun battle. He's got a little bit of help coming from Flusher, but the bomb is too exposed for them. It's out in the middle of the opening. JW at least kills off Zeus. He's the last man left alive with a 1-on-2 situation, and that's not going to be successful. NaVi 1 round away from taking victory here on Inferno. Fnatic do have enough money to go for a buy, so we'll have a full buy from both the sides. But Fnatic all under the pressure, playing for overtime. And that was excellent round. Great responsibility from C's. Knew that he was a little bit late. There was still a chance they could go banana. Flamey was alone, had no smoke. He falls back before he fully commits into A, gets that smoke out. Then he can stay a little bit longer. He can help out the A, and that's exactly where Fnatic showed up. So knowing your duties, knowing your role, C's, great support play. Flush is rushing up through Arches. Okay, he's going to back up. He realized Flamey and C's are up there, and Guardian's already killed off JW. Well, there goes your early advantage for Fnatic. NaVi looking good to take out map 1. If they can just hold their nerve. Olaf and Crims do own apartments at the moment. But again, they struggled to get out of there previously. This time it's Guardian and Edward, the two watching over there. C is already moving back to A. The flash has come. Crims and Pronax want to move out through Boiler while Edward... he's got a Molotov, which is going to stop the apartment push. They've almost got to delay this now. The smoke is actually keeping Zeus at bay. He's over in Cubby, up to the left. Just hovering around the other side of the smoke. There's no noise being made by Fnatic, so he doesn't want to go for the bang yet. Well, Flusher, I think this is almost the time they have to pull back. Zeus and Caesar are ready for the rotation. They should be able to hear Crimson Pronax moving. But they're not running for it. Olaf still over on that A side, and they're going to come in. They got to charge it. Flamey turns his back, takes out one. They got to know the second one is there. He takes the second, cannot get the third, however. And Crimson, in fact, okay, well, that lasted long. That's it. That's the round. That's the map.
Well done from Flame. He threw out that smoke himself that time. They ran at him. Tried to get into the corner, thought he was in a bad position, managed to get that first kill, and the second entry fragger wasn't hot on his heels, so therefore he